Born into poverty, Pablo Escobar rose to become the world's most notorious drug lord. Pablo's story begins in the rough and tumble neighborhoods of Rio Negro, Colombia, where he was born to a farmer and a school teacher in 1949. From a young age, Pablo was no stranger to hardship. His family's modest means often left them struggling to make ends meet. Young Pablo quickly developed a knack for bending rules, his first forays into crime being petty thefts, from stolen tombstones to smuggled contraband cigarettes. He was slowly but surely building a foundation for his future empire. His entrepreneurial spirit even led him to dabble in counterfeiting lottery tickets, a venture that offered him a glimpse into the lucrative world of illicit trade. But these exploits were mere child's play compared to what lay ahead. These were the humble beginnings of a man who would soon rule an empire of unimaginable wealth and power. In the late 1970s, Escobar saw an opportunity in the booming cocaine trade and seized it with both hands. Pablo Escobar, a name that would soon become synonymous with the cocaine trade, was a key player in the creation of the infamous Medellín Cartel. This organization, born from a merger of several Colombian drug traffickers, was the cornerstone of Escobar's empire, and it was the driving force behind the rapid growth of his cocaine business. Escobar was not just a drug lord, he was an innovator. He devised a multitude of smuggling methods to transport his product. From cocaine-laced clothes to remote-controlled submarines, nothing was too outrageous if it meant getting his merchandise past the authorities. His creativity knew no bounds, and it was this relentless innovation that enabled his empire to flourish. And flourish it did. The Medellín Cartel was soon responsible for an astonishing 80% of the cocaine smuggled into the United States. This brought Escobar unimaginable wealth, turning him into one of the richest men in the world. His fortune was so vast that he was spending an estimated $2,500 on rubber bands each month just to hold all his cash together. With this wealth came an extravagant lifestyle that most could only dream of. Escobar bought private planes for his personal use, constructed luxurious estates complete with helipads, and even built his own private zoo, housing exotic animals from all around the globe. He lived a life of opulence, all funded by the proceeds of his cocaine empire. But Escobar's wealth was not just a testament to his success. It was also a symbol of his power and a reminder of the vast empire he had created. An empire that was so influential, so far-reaching, that it led Forbes to name him one of their billionaires, a title he held for 7 years straight. Escobar's empire grew so vast that he was named one of Forbes' billionaires, a title he held for 7 years straight. But with great power came great brutality. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria's reign was not a gentle one. It was marked by violence and intimidation as he sought to maintain and expand his control. What comes to mind when we say brutality? Is it the occasional fistfight or a heated argument? Well, Escobar's version of brutality was on a whole new level, a level that instilled fear and terror into the hearts of the Colombian population. This brutality was not limited to rival drug lords or small-time crooks. It extended to political figures, judges, and anyone who dared to stand in his way. Assassinations became a commonplace occurrence, the city's streets echoing with the sounds of gunfire and explosions. Notable figures like Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla and presidential candidate Luis Carlos Galan were among those who met their end at Escobar's command. But why stop at targeted assassinations? Why not send a message that nobody is safe? And so, bombings became part of Escobar's terror campaign. Public places such as shopping malls, government buildings, and even an airliner mid-flight were not spared. The infamous Avianca Flight 203 bombing in 1989 was a testament to the lengths Escobar was willing to go. 270 innocent lives lost, all in an attempt to assassinate presidential candidate Cesar Gaviria, who, in a twist of fate, was not on the flight. Escobar's war against the Colombian government was another facet of his reign of terror. He waged a bloody conflict dubbed La Violencia, where he used his vast resources to fund a guerrilla war, further plunging the country into chaos. The fear that Escobar instilled was palpable. It hung heavy like a stifling blanket over the Colombian population, every gunshot a chilling reminder of the power he wielded. Escobar's reign of terror was ruthless, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. The echoes of his brutality still reverberate through the annals of history, a stark reminder of the cost of unchecked power. The man who once seemed invincible, however, was not immune to downfall. Pablo Escobar, the kingpin of the Medellín Cartel, found himself under the crosshairs of both the Colombian government and international authorities. The pressure was mounting. In an attempt to evade the tightening net, Escobar brokered a deal with the government. He agreed to serve time in a prison of his own making, a luxurious fortress named La Catedral. Yet, even behind these gilded bars, Escobar continued his illicit operations, the law seemingly still within his control. However, his reign was beginning to crumble. When the government attempted to transfer him to a standard prison, Escobar did the unthinkable. He escaped. This escape marked the beginning of his final days. The man who once ruled an empire was now a fugitive, constantly on the run. The government launched an all-out manhunt known as Search Block, leaving no stone unturned. It was a race against time, and the net was closing in. Escobar's final stand came in the city that had once been his throne, Medellín. Cornered, he chose to fight, resulting in a fatal shootout with Colombian police. The date was December 2nd, 1993. The man who had once been the world's most powerful drug lord was no more. On December 2nd, 1993, the king of cocaine met his violent end on the rooftops of Medellín. Pablo Escobar, a name synonymous with unimaginable wealth, power, and brutality. His reign left indelible scars on Colombia, influencing societal norms and political discourse to this day. The drug trade he once dominated persists, continually shaping the global crime landscape. His life, a dark tale of ambition and ruthlessness, is often explored in popular culture, painting a vivid picture of the man behind the myth. Escobar's legacy continues to echo through history, a chilling reminder of the man who, for a time, was the world's most powerful drug lord.